Good evening, my name is Justin Ashworth, and the purpose of this speech is to introduce myself to you all. Things I'm going to be going over tonight include my brief overview of my military career, including my assignments and some of the jobs I've done at those assignments. I will also be talking about my family and my hobbies and some of the things I like to do to fill out my time. Let's start with a brief overview of my military career. My career started at Luke Air Force Base, Arizona, in November 2003. While assigned there, I was a combat armored support team member. What we did was we maintained missile launchers, wing weapons pylons, and gun systems for F-16s there for initial fighter pilot training. While I was at Luke, I deployed to Kuwait City at International Airport as a force protection member, responsible for escorting third country nationals around the base who were providing infrastructure services, and our job was to ensure safety of assigned personnel. I returned to Luke for a little bit before PCSing to Osan Air Base, Korea in November 2006. While I was assigned to Osan, I was a weapons load team member responsible for aircraft weapons stations prep for F-16s there for daily flying operations. After my year in Korea, I PCS to Spangdahlem Air Base, Germany in January 2008. While assigned to Spangdahlem, I was a weapons load crew team chief. My job was to ensure safe and reliable weapons loading and maintenance operations on our assigned F-16 aircraft. In January 2011, I left Germany to head to Moody Air Force Base, Georgia. And from January 2011 to November 2013, I was a combat armored support team chief. While I was doing that, I deployed to Bagram Airfield, Afghanistan, for 7 months in support of Operation Enduring Freedom. After returning home from Afghanistan, it was time for me to head out to the line, where I became a weapons expediter, whose overall job was to track and supervise weapons load crews that were performing loading and maintenance operations on the flight line for daily flying ops. In June 2014, I went over to the weapons load training section, where I am a squadron lead crew chief. That's where I still am today. And my job now is to train and evaluate load crews on weapons load training every month. Now we talked a little bit about my military career. I'm going to move on to my family and hobbies. My family is very important to me. There's my wife, Ashley. We've been married for almost 11 years, started dating in 2001. And there's my oldest son, Brandon, who's about 5 years old. He's in love with the Avengers, and Iron Man is his favorite. There's my younger son, Ryan, who's 9 months old, who's nicknamed Squishy because he's a little bit of a chipmunk. Now we'll talk a little bit about my family. I'll talk briefly about my hobbies, and including some of the projects I've had going on. Recently, my wife and I decided to paint the house. Wasn't too bad, but it took a long time because it's hard to do that with 2 small kids. One of the other things we've got going on right now is we're refinishing a roll-top desk that's been in my family for about 25 years. One thing that makes the desk tough, and it's taken a while, is there's a lot of tight corners and it's a lot of sanding. The other thing I enjoy doing is messing with my car. Got a 2009 Mazda Speed 3 that I enjoy tuning and changing stuff on to see how it reacts and how it drives. Now I'll talk a little bit about my family and hobbies. I'd like to wrap this up by saying that's by wrapping this up. We talked a little bit about my military career, including my jobs and assignments. We also talked a little bit about my family and my hobbies. Hope you all have a great day.